guys, welcome back to my channel. Get into this look. I love it. For today's look, I wanted to do something fun, vibrant. It's summer, so I'm embracing color all summer long. Well, at least I'll try to. And for today's look, I went for this beautiful tangerine orange type of eyeshadow. I wanted it to be like a monochrome look where the eye is the focus, not too much going on or too much distraction, and I really love how it came out. If you would also like to attempt or to see how I did this, please keep on watching. I also included a hair, like a mini hair tutorial where I showed you exactly how I installed my unit. I mean, it was very quick and easy. I used hair gel and spray so that I can just take it off when I'm finished with it. But this is the finished look. Let me know if you like it. Definitely give me some feedback about what you'd like to see next. And until next time, bye. Okay, so today I'm starting with my brows and I'm using my NYX brow gel to set my brows in place. I'm making sure I comb this through thoroughly. Then I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade in the shade Ebony, and I'm just filling in and defining my brows more so I can have a more full appearance. And I do this on both sides, of course, creating hair-like strokes. After I take my Elegant Pro Concealer in the shade Toast, and here I'm just cleaning up and highlighting at the same time, and I'm blending it, all of that, into my eyelid, getting ready for the eyeshadow. Just to save time, I already did one eye, and I'm using my Kaleidos Tone Activator to basically prep the eyes for the colors. Now I'm doing this very pretty bright orange tangerine eye look, and for the crease color I'm taking a deep orange from my Zulu Juvia's Place palette. Sorry I didn't have like a chance to show you, but to blend that orange out I'm using my Warrior 2 palette, and I'm going in with the brown, the light brown and the dark brown shade to blend out the edges of the orange, just to give my crease a little bit of transition so it's not so stark. And I'm doing this in back and forth motions. Then I go with my Charisma Contour Palette from Kaleidos, and I'm further deepening the crease so I could have more definition and just to help with the blending. After I take my Juvia's Place Jewelry Palette, and the bright orange in there is what you see me applying now. This one is definitely more of a tangerine, whereas in the crease it's more of a true to orange color. After I'm applying a very thin liner. As usual, I take my favorite foundation from Estee Lauder, and I'm applying this all over my face using tapping motions to blend it in. And you're gonna see me just take off the headband from my wig because I need to also blend the foundation into the lace, not all the way up to the lace, but as close as possible. After I'm highlighting using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toast, the same as my brows, and I'm applying it to all the usual spots where I normally highlight. I make sure I blend this in as well as I possibly can into my foundation so that there are no harsh lines and it's as seamless as possible. Look at that highlight. I think it's so pretty. But just to take it a step further, I'm also using the shade Toffee just to brighten up very particular spots, and this is going to be like directly in the middle of my forehead where my eye bags are and a little bit down the bridge of my nose. Also making sure to blend this as much as possible into the previous concealer so that it doesn't appear too harsh. After, I'm using my sponge just to smooth things out. Then I'm applying my RCMA no color powder, tapping off the excess and setting everywhere where I add the concealer, going under my eyes first just so that I can set it before it creases. I'm taking my Sasha Buttercup powder and applying this under my eyes as well. I'm going to bake for a little bit just so that my highlight pops even more. I mean, you could also skip this step because the concealer is already a highlight and the powder brightens it up some more, but if you'd like, and if you brighter highlight, you can apply yellow base powder like I did. I'm also reverse contouring, adding this under my cheekbones. And to contour, I'm using my Kaleidos Charisma palette that you saw before, and I'm just distributing the product on both sides, then going back to blend it into my cheeks. And I think with the reverse contour, it really helps to like lift that area even more, creating a bit more contrast, but still something that's not too harsh but enhancing. I'm using the same middle shade to contour my nose, and I'm doing this with a light hand because I don't want it to be too harsh. And after, I'm just dusting away all of my baking that I was doing with the Sasha, and I'm making sure to blend as I brush. So I'm brushing away and also at the same time blending. After, I'm applying a peach tone blush. I can't remember which one I used, but you want something peachy so it kind of matches with the orange. You could use pink, but I think it'll just contrast too much. You want something nice and warm that complements the eyes. So just to open my eyes a bit, I'm adding a little white eyeshadow into my inner corner, and I'm using that same orange again to define the bottom eyelid. Now I'm also using a dark brownish blackish charcoal color to define my lower lash line, just to give my eyes a little bit more depth. Onto the lips, I'm using my NYX lip liner in the shade Cocoa to line. It appears more reddish orangey in camera than it does in person, but it's a brown. Then I'm using my Kylie lip gloss. I think the shade I used was Like, and it's a nude with some slight peachy undertones. Now I'm staying within the peach orange family just so that everything like has a cohesive look. And then I'm going with my ColourPop highlighter in the shade Candyman, which is a beautiful champagne gold color, and I'm highlighting my cheeks, a little bit on my forehead, the tip of my nose. And yeah, that's it for the finished look. I'm just putting everything together now, and thank you.